This guy wanted to deny me a little bit of storage time, which is fine. He's more or less just kind of trolling around, but it's funny. Looks like he's done. Alright. Going back to the storage. Alright guys, we are now going to be getting our villa buff for Node War coming up. It's kind of again another impromptu Node War because, well, we kind of felt like it. We feel like we haven't been getting as much PvP as we wanted to recently. So we've just been doing everything we can to drop on some nodes and hopefully get some more money, as well as our other regular Node War days. So we have a fun little force gonna drop on a node and see if we can't have a fun battle gonna go down. So hopefully I can show you guys a little bit what it's like to do a Node War, even though it's kind of just like an off day Node War. So I have the villa buffs, so I'm gonna go get my final couple buffs I usually get when I PvP heavily, like large scale PvP, and then we'll see some of the actual fight. Alright, we're going to get our house buff now. Usually I use Muskins, but this one works as well, the Ancient Slate. It's gives me, where did it pop up? Yeah, all evasion plus 16 for an hour. So pretty good. And then one buff that a lot of people neglect and don't really understand that's there, which I was always toying with if I should show you guys or not, but I feel extremely honored that you guys are here watching my videos. So it's this Carolyn. You talk to her and she will give you a buff for 30 minutes that is critical hit damage plus 10%, and that does stack on the King of Jumble Hamburg. What did I just say? The King Jungle Hamburg. I'll bring it up in the marketplace so you guys can see. It gives 5% critical hit damage, and then with that buff is 10%, so an overall 15% critical hit damage bonus. So that's pretty impressive. I just ran into this house so the guards wouldn't kill me, but it's actually kind of a nice house. But yeah, let's see how the Node War goes.
Coming in, there's a mission.
If we get this, we get the node.
Oh shit.
Come on guys, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Stay alive, come on. Take it down, take it down, take it down.
I'm moving in right now.
That is.
Alright, get that hit. Get that hit.
That's a percent. Easy.
Get that hit, alright. Come on.
There you
Keep it
go.
going.
There we go. There we go.
Come on. Please, God.
That has no percent at all.
Oh my god, just get in there.
Just
Yeah!
Alright guys, I'm going to be talking over some of the Node War footage, mostly because I don't want you guys to, hear just my comms the entire time and me not explain, anything of what's going on with you guys. I lower the volume down a lot, so you can still kind of hear some chatter, but nothing too extreme. Basically, we fought a war in Valencia for the first time, so it was kind of fun. There were 4 castles on it, and including us, and it was a couple of pretty good guilds, from what I've seen at least, not too bad. And we already took care of Free, as you saw, and right now we're pushing Espers. And basically my goal throughout Node Wars is to get behind enemy lines and deliver as much CC as I possibly can. And the cool thing, which I don't want to push out too much, hopefully this doesn't get out, is like I basically want to be like a huge taunt towards the enemy and have them come towards me in Node Wars, because I'm mostly using some pretty heavy DP just so I can really lay out the CC, the counter, the aggro in terms of PvE and everything like that. So you see me often just blocking, countering. I get behind. I try to pop my evasion buff as much as possible. I try to CC them, and then by the time I get put down, there's like 7 people on me. And the cool thing about that is, like, when there's that many people on me, it allows my team members to capitalize on that, and while their backs are turned, and just do damage to them after they're blowing cooldowns off on me. So pretty fun, pretty interesting. I guess it's not a horrible thing if this gets out that it's a tactic I use, because I can just switch to my AP set if people want to ignore me and blow them up. So luckily for me, I've just been playing long enough to where I have those 2 sets. It's really just RNG anyway. It's not necessarily skill. For the most part, that is. Of course, money making is. But anyway, I digress. I get down here. We're doing everything we can to push Espers down. Just kind of fighting away. So Espers went down, and now we are going against Blade and Arrow. They're the last castle on the node that we're fighting for. Right now, we're behind their base, and told everybody to crouch, so we can are hidden from the on the mini map, and we can hopefully just kind of egg them to leave the base and go towards us because time's kind of ticking here. But we get spotted by one of them, so we just go ahead and take the opportunity. A few of them did leave their base, so pardon me. So we push forward, and you know, we also obviously get the wizard buffs, the PA, the lighthouse, speed spell, the whole 9 yards, and have those on rotation. And then we push them. Death timers by this time are like really high, so killing them is a really good thing to do. It's normally we want to fight right on top of the node castle, and we do push towards the castle here in a second. But killing them is a really big blow to them, especially because they have so many more members than we do. I almost think they outnumbered us 2 to 1, but I could be grossly off of estimate with that. I just know that I do know for a fact that we were outnumbered. So I get killed there. We're gonna push again, and they made a huge mistake here, and they decided to send a force out to push us, especially with us having high ground. This was a terrible idea. I've done terrible ideas too in a node war. I'm not trying to bag on anybody. And I believe they didn't have their guild leader there that day, so you know, there's just a little bit of, you can tell there's disorganization, because with them pushing towards us in small teams like that, we're able to take them out, especially with respawn timers being that high. And then we just, by the time we get to the castle, there's not going to be anybody there because they've all like just trickled out as we've killed them. So as you can see here, we'll push. We'll kill people slowly at a time. They push out of their castle. I just go straight to the node to deliver some CC and to stop any repairs if they might happen. And also keep aggro away from the force that's fighting. But we push them. We essentially clear them off of the node. And I call the enemy castle a node. It's just simpler. It's a one syllable. But we clear them mostly. Actually, almost all, except for like a few stragglers. I medkit somebody up here. We want to medkit as much as possible with the respawn timers being this high. And then by now, everybody is taking their axes out and just doing as much damage as they can to the castle. Because I think at this point we have about 15 minutes left in the node war after already killing 2 other guilds. So they got the Hwacha back up and running, which is impressive. So we changed focus to the Hwacha. I think it was an okay decision, especially because I didn't know how much ammo that they had in that Hwacha. So focusing that could really allow people to use their axes on the node anyway. So it was a good call, I feel like, to switch focus to the Hwacha and push it down. You can see a lot of them were starting to spawn in a strong force here. So I get teamed up on and I die. And it should skip here. Yep. So another push towards their base. Again, they're turtling really hard. When I say turtle, I mean they're defending as much as they possibly can. So I call to gather behind the base, just behind enemy lines with them. And we obviously get our buffs going. PA, speed spell, just like always. We push forward. Hopefully, you know, they're attacking our base and our defense is holding strong. We try to interrupt their repairs right away because some of them did have polished stone, which repairs the base's health, which is a huge deal. But so we're pushing them again. We're fighting. You see me just launching pretty much any attack that has heavy CC. I'll be using. I don't necessarily go for damage. I just go for grapples and mass CC chains for the most part in terms of node wars. So I die relatively quick here. I did manage to take aggro from that Valkyrie and trying to channel her 100% on me, which does a lot of damage. But I die relatively early in that push. But we're going to look here. This is kind of like a shout out to my guild. Is even though we're outnumbered, you can see that they're slowly becoming or overcoming the enemy here, and we actually end up wiping them, which is pretty cool. The mage you see right there, Kinkilla, on the screen. Ranked number 3 in Red Battlefield right now. Really strong, so shout out to his AP. It hurt a fucking lot. So we end up pushing them off completely. We wipe them, and we start doing damage to their base again. Just bringing it lower and lower and lower. my respawn timer now is getting pretty low, so I'm just excited to get back into the fight. They have a couple people on our base, but nothing extreme. You can obviously tell that they're doing everything they can to stall the node, which, you know, after such a long node war is a little bit shitty, but again, war's war, so, you know, I'm not going to down anybody for it. It's just maybe like honor, if you want to throw honor into a video game or whatever. So it would have been good to just rectify that they've lost, or kind of, you know, give somebody who's fighting there the node to make it all worth something, but they wanted to stick it out. But anyway, so I take care of the people who, with the help obviously, take care of the people who were chopping away at our base. We weren't really too worried about them because we were confident that they're not going to take us down. Meanwhile, I get back to, or try to get back. Think about chasing the Musa, don't chase the Musa. Don't chase Musas. With getting back to their base as soon as possible. Again, they sent a small force out. We take care of them relatively easily. I noticed that it's a wizard, so I instantly grapple him. You can tell he Vs right away, and that just gives us the ability to easily just push the fight. I just go up, grapple him again, and then luckily my team member pushes an attack on him, and he Vs out. And then we just finish off this last guy, kind of just working one to one to one, or like one to the next. My guild's still alive and pushing. You can, for a little bit, you can see that I interrupted the repairs right here. That tamer that was repairing, I believe it was a tamer, could be a witch, was repairing. I just get in there as soon as I possibly can, and interrupt her. And they stalled the node just barely. All right, where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Oh, all right, gonna fight this wizard. I'm gonna be wearing a lot of DP to show you guys kind of when the openings to go in on Rangers is. One of the best openings, what I said right there, or said, was what I showed right there, was when they do, they hit the button F, and that's where they launch up into the air. And it leaves them a lot of vulnerability in order to be grabbed. Now, do not mistake it for when they have their bow out, and when they're doing their flip in the air, because that is a hitbox change, and you will not be able to grab them. Now, a lot of things people get confused about and don't know is they think that that skill while they're in the bow is when they're doing the flip when the bow, that is an iframe. It is not an iframe. It is actually just a hitbox change, and certain skills can actually still hit them if casted at the right time when they're up in the air like that. So you just got to pay attention when they're using it and learn what skills that is. Chain Lightning for Witch and Wizards used to be that skill in order to still affect them. If you launch it right before they go flip in the air like she just did right there and right there. So, but yeah. She's very, very fleety, so it's kind of hard to fight her. So basically what I have to do is do everything I can to chase her down and kind of just exhaust her stamina before she exhausts mine. And she's wasting a lot of stamina doing those flips and running towards me. So I'm going to close distance and not cancel my iframes. But a close distance and then just leave her pretty much with like nothing to do. She's using her skills right now. She's trying to save. I've stunned her. I'll knock her down here. Oh, or not. I'm losing a little bit of frames right now. I'm not sure why. I'll have to fix that. But yes. So as you can see, I'm basically just wearing her down. She'll lose herself. And then I'll be able to just follow through with more attacks and an actual chain and everything, and land more debuffs on her. And I'm able to take a little bit of damage here because I have so much DP at the moment. Ooh, that was a good CC on her part. Didn't expect that. So she's gonna try to do it again. I'll just get behind her. It's just pretty obvious what Rangers are going to do for the most part when they see that they've knocked you down. So I'll switch to my AP really quick. Hopefully she doesn't get me. Okay. Alright, we'll see if, how it fares when I am a lot more susceptible to damage. Now it's pretty much just whoever's going to land the CC chain first, which is going to be right here for me. That's the end. Yeah. Good fight. Too bad I didn't record the one where I won. But that was good. I'm gonna ask her for one more. She should say yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is just with a lot of AP. So I'm just gonna go in right on her right away. She's gonna try to kite. And I'm gonna try to land a knockdown on her right when she lands. I'm gonna try to iframe out it here. I just cast my evasion buff. I'm kinda sad that I got caught by that, but I should kill her here. Whoa. Nope. A little bit of desync going on. I don't think she'll. Whoa. Ooh, nice. Good kill. Alrighty. One more fight with her. Again. Not sure how many times I said one more fight. Okay, let's go. Got her. So it's right when they land, you want to go in like that. Ooh, that took a little bit. I kind of wish I had my Alchemy Stone of Destruction on. The attack speed that it gives is really, really nice. I tried to counter her there, but I didn't really expect it to work, honestly. Now I'm just going to try to avoid her for a second, let my cooldowns go, even though she's just gaining more stamina. Hopefully I'll get behind her here. Yeah. I don't know if this will kill her. Yeah, it will. Whoa, what the? Okay. A good old desync. I'll just try to AoE. And this should... Okay. I got her. Oh man. Good fight.